Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm News 8 digital anchor Luke Laster here from the Wood TV live desk. Happy Monday to you. A pretty pleasant afternoon here in many parts of West Michigan. Ellen, happy Monday. How are you?
Hey, happy Monday. I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
Doing well, doing well. April 11th. What are we looking at here on the radar? Let's start with this.
Yeah, the radar does have some light rain on it, and this is following last night's thunderstorms. I don't know how many people were woken up by that, but I was so excited to see them roll through because we rarely get thunderstorms in West Michigan, and we are entering into thunderstorm season. So last night, it was just generic storms. Now we're seeing some light rain spread through the area. Temperatures today are spanning between the 50s and the 60s, so it's nice and mild. So it's not the sunshine from yesterday, but at least our temperatures are a little easier to take.
I'll tell you what, though, yesterday it was just that taste. It's all you need. We had it a few weeks ago, but yesterday's was just too impossible to not spend outside.
Luke, it was literally the sunniest day that we had seen in about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love to see it. It's coming.
It's
some
coming
consistency.
Slowly.
Ellen, let's hop over into some graphics here. Let's take a look to kick us off with these graphics. At Futurecast, we have Wednesday at 4.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting week. So we are going to stay mild for the next 2 days. And then after that, temperatures are going to drop. And anytime we see a storm system that's capable of bringing us a big warm up and a big cool down, we have to watch for storm and severe storm potential, because severe storms thrive with those temperature differences. So if we talk about the time frame this week that we are really zeroing in on, it's Wednesday afternoon. At that time, we have the potential for some strong to severe storms to roll up through West Michigan. And so for that reason, we're on a severe weather alert day. It just means that conditions are possible for any of the storms to become severe. This does not mean everyone is going to see a severe thunderstorm. Everyone is not going to see damage on Wednesday. What it means is, if you have outdoor events especially, you need to be very weather aware. You need to be watching that radar. You need to have alerts turned on your phone so that you can get advance notice if there's a storm with lightning or winds or hail headed towards you.
And then Wednesday at 12 p.m. as well.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. So I think we actually showed them in opposite order. 12 p.m. is the lunchtime hour. We're actually going to get a couple of rounds of storms that day. So the first one is likely going to be in the morning, early afternoon, just some rain likely. But once we get into the late afternoon, early evening, we have the chance for the stronger storms. You can see from this round here how it's not quite as intense as the previous slide, where you start to see those bigger storms coming together. So all day on Wednesday, because we have enough ingredients in place for strong to severe storms, we will be in the tracking center keeping you updated. But Wednesday is like our first severe day that we have to watch for.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
And then, again, the graphics here, folks, a little bit out of order, but regardless, that's severe weather risk for tomorrow.
Yeah, so looking first at Tuesday, we have some people saying, okay, is it just Wednesday? Well, Tuesday, it's going to be shifted just off to the west of us. So tomorrow, we have some thunderstorms that are in the forecast, especially tomorrow night into Wednesday. But it's Wednesday that things really come to play for West Michigan. So this is going to be an interesting weather setup because we are not the only ones impacted. Even in this graphic here, you can see how we are number 2 on the severe risk scale. We are under a slight risk. Down further to the south in central Illinois and Indiana, they have an enhanced risk, which is a 3 out of a 5 on the severe risk scale. So we aren't going to be in the hot spot necessarily in terms of severe weather, but we do have those fringe locations that are going to be impacting us. So for that reason, again, on Wednesday, we have to watch for some strong to severe storms rolling up through West Michigan. Not every single one of them will be severe, but 1 or 2 could pack a punch and 1 or 2 could do damage.
Ellen, I'll pull this graphic back up full here in just a moment, but if you could explain maybe those top 3 colors there and why, what constitutes as marginal, slight, enhanced, so on and so forth.
Yeah, scientists always like to use their own verbiage, right? So if we look at the different risk categories, they've been given titles: high risk, moderate, enhanced, slight, marginal. So, for example, Michigan is under a marginal risk for Wednesday, most of Michigan, and that means most of the storms that roll through are going to be sub-severe. However, an outside chance exists that one could get just strong enough that it puts down damage. That's usually a marginal risk. Slight risk happens when we have anywhere between usually 2 to even 6 severe thunderstorms, and sometimes these can really do some damage depending on where they track through. We've seen tornado outbreaks in the past, granted weak tornadoes, but tornado outbreaks in the past when we've been under slight risk days. So slight risk is really when we start to pay attention. And you'll notice tonight on the 8-day forecast how we have Wednesday outlined in red for an alert day. We are doing that anytime we have a slight risk or above, because that's when more people are impacted. It's not just an outside chance. It's okay, you want to really pay attention through the day on Wednesday. Enhanced severe weather is pretty likely. That's when we expect not just 2, but maybe as many as 3 or 4 severe thunderstorms to roll through or more. Moderate and high risk we almost never see issued in West Michigan. Typically we see a moderate risk once every 2 to 3 years, but that's when we have to prepare for big impacts and several severe storms. That's when ingredients are so likely for severe formation for moderate to high that we are almost guaranteed severe weather. Now remember, these are all probabilities and likelihoods, so not saying that it's a guarantee that Grand Rapids is going to see severe weather. It's saying that the environment is primed for that to happen.
Ellen, thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
So 5 and 6 here tonight. What are we looking at? You kind of told us a little bit already,
Yeah.
but 5 and 6, what are we expecting?
So 5 and 6, we've got a lot to talk about. We are going to break down the severe chance even more so, show you the future cast, talk about those mild temperatures. Wednesday, upper 60s, if not 70. We still have not hit 70 yet in Grand Rapids, by the way.
You're getting there.
We're trying. And then, unfortunately, for those of you that have been liking the warmth, we are headed back down to chill. Thursday is going to be windy. And then the rest of the week, we finish with cold temperatures. There's still snow on the 8-day forecast, Luke.
April 11th. April 11th.
And onward. So we got a lot to talk about. We hope that you guys will join us. Severe risk, of course, is going to be the bullet point moving forward, because we are getting to that time of year where people have outdoor activities, late in the day on Wednesday, and we want to make sure everybody is prepared and aware.
From those of you who are watching here, going to put this one up before we wrap up, Ellen. This one from Gloria. Just praising you. Just saying, love your explanations. Thank you.
Gloria. You're the best.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, attached to this stream, there's a link that takes you over to woodtv.com. This one that is attached here takes you over to the Storm Team 8 tab, all your weather-related news there for you. I'm News 8 digital anchor Luke Laster. Ellen, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Folks, have a great afternoon, and we'll see you around.